It's about 8:30 in the morning here on Saturday, May 3rd, May 3rd, 2025. And just moved the animals early this morning. I have some people coming over and I wanted to visit another farm in the area. So today's a busy day, busy Saturday. As you can see, the animals, they did a pretty good job of clearing out this area. There's still quite a bit of grass left, which is kind of what I want to see. I think the goal is like 80% of the grass eaten or trampled. So looks good. And then they're going to be here, and this afternoon I'm going to give them a double section because I won't be able to make it Sunday morning. So they'll have to stay there for twice as long, and I think I'll put up some back fencing too when I do that. So this is their last chance to get to this grass for what, 3 months, 4 months, you know. I've noticed some odd behavior of the dogs that what they're doing is some of them are following me, but it seems like they choose one and it's a different one each time. And he goes out and hangs out with the sheep, or she goes out, these are all female ones. And that dog with the sheep, she'll bark at the cows when the cows get too close to the sheep, or when the cows get aggressive towards the sheep. And I've noticed the cows are a lot better behaved around the sheep now with that dog watching over them. So if you're wondering how to bond livestock guardian dogs with sheep, the answer is you take them at weaning when they're about 3 months old, and you put them with sheep. You put them in a small pen with sheep, and the sheep will teach that puppy pretty quick appropriate behavior. Like dogs want to sniff, and they want to lick, and they want to give hugs and stuff, and the sheep let them know that is not acceptable. So the sheep will give them a headbutt. And if your sheep aren't used to dogs, the sheep will get used to dogs fairly rapidly. It'll take a couple days, and the puppies will get used to the sheep. The biggest challenge you're going to run into, though, is how do you feed the dogs and not the sheep, because the sheep are pretty smart when it comes to dog food. They really like that dog food stuff. So I recommend just feeding them 2, 3, 4 times a day, because they're little puppies, by hand. Just keeping the sheep away while you feed the puppies. And not much else to add on that. There is a tremendous amount of grass that's grown. This is witchgrass, by the way. This stuff here, it makes a nice little pattern. There's a bunch of witchgrass in this little particular area. There's some over there. It's kind of like a yellow color, and I think there's a whole patch of it just right there. I seen the false barley. Here's some right here. Look at that. Let's stay back. That's the false barley. Hey, no barking. You're not allowed to do that, okay? And milkweed. The milkweed is getting devoured. I think that's a sheep doing it. I don't think the cows like the milkweed. This stuff with the big purple flowers, there's some there. There's a little bit right there. That is called horse nettle. I think it's nightshade, I could be wrong, but it is poisonous to the animals. They can eat a little bit of it, just not very much. And there was a whole patch in that last row. It was worse in times past, but hopefully by encouraging the grass to grow by proper grazing, that horse nettle's in for some serious competition, especially with the Bermuda grass when it starts coming in. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just look at that. It's all like, it's green here, and then it goes kind of towards the yellow color. That's all the seeds on the grass in the distance. If you look carefully, you might be able to see the bulls there in the distance. So anyway, it is like 55 degrees right now. The sun is warm, the air is cold. I've got my coat on because 55 is too cold for me now. I want to curl up in bed. I'm starting to get used to the heat. So hopefully the animals won't get sick. I'll keep an eye on them though. And I have not noticed any hoof issues on any of the animals. The sheep are just trugging along. You know, when it gets wet like this, that's typically a bad combination for hoof issues. But they seem to be just trucking along, doing just fine. So Anyway, not much else to add, guys. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.